I'm taking a topic that feels both timely and playful and turning it into a brand new, commentary-driven script you could drop right onto YouTube. Think of this as a creator thinking out loud, genuine reactions, sharp takes, and a few bold predictions about where makeup on the red carpet is heading next. Let's dive in. I start with a question that's been nagging me. What happens when the Oscars snap back from less is more to a full-on prom queen energy? Personally, I think it signals more than just a trend. It's a cultural nudge that spectacle isn't dead, it's recalibrated. What makes this really interesting is how the shift isn't about drowning in glitter for glitter's sake. It's about intention. The makeup reads as a coordinated accessory to the wardrobe, not an afterthought. In my opinion, that alignment matters because it communicates a deliberate, celebratory mood, like the ceremony is reclaiming its own fantasy. Here's how I'd frame the main ideas in this new, original take. The return of coordinated glamour. First observation. After seasons of barely their looks, the Oscars leaned into matching makeup with dress color and style. It's not just color harmony, it's a storytelling device. Personally, I think this matters because it reframes makeup from a personal statement into a cinematic prop that completes the character the wearer is presenting to the world. What many people don't realize is how visual continuity can amplify the impact of a look on camera, making each shot feel like a frame from a fashion-forward movie. If you take a step back, you see this as part of a bigger trend toward glamour as a formal language, rather than glamour as rebellious cool. Prom queen energy as a narrative device. The piece emphasizes a modern fairy tale vibe, silver shimmer, cobalt pops, pastel lids, and pastel lilac matches. From my perspective, this isn't nostalgia for 2000s prom culture. It's a deliberate choice to evoke beloved, timeless glamour while still feeling contemporary with sharper shapes and color pairings. One thing that immediately stands out is how designers and makeup artists are using color blocking between gown and eye to guide the eye across the entire silhouette. What this really suggests is a return to stagecraft, makeup as the supporting cast that helps the dress steal the spotlight. The psychology of effort on the red carpet. Rose Gallagher's quote frames effort as a luxury, not a faux pas. In my opinion, the idea of effort being aspirational runs deeper. It signals that beauty aesthetics aren't just for social media, they're for a moment of collective celebration. What makes this really interesting is that the public's reception of effortful glam versus no effort cool may reflect shifting values, preferring craftsmanship and polish over aura of nonchalance. If you zoom out, this mirrors a broader cultural swing toward visible care and ritual in public life. Examples worth calling out. Chase Infiniti's lilac wash that matches a pale purple dress shows how a subtle color echo can feel elegant rather than gimmicky. What I find fascinating is that it's not about a single bold shade, it's about a cohesive color family that looks intentional on screen. Wunmi Mosaku's teal eyeliner with a lavender gown demonstrates the power of a complementary contrast rather than a perfect match, giving depth without flattening the look. Emma Stone's iridescent silver dress with matching lid color embodies how metallics can feel futuristic yet timeless when paired with the right textures and lighting. Why it matters for the future of red carpets. The shift signals a potential rule of thumb for the coming seasons. Makeup as a structured accessory that can be color coordinated with dresses to achieve a cohesive storytelling mood. From a creator's lens, this creates a golden opportunity to dissect and explain how to replicate the prom queen glam vibe with modern tools. Think precise eyes, balanced lip, and a dress color map to eye makeup. A detail I find fascinating is how a modern double-wing lash line on Teyana Taylor was described as timeless yet angular, proof that you can have classic techniques reimagined through sharper shapes to feel fresh on today's stages. Deeper insight into the tech of this look. The adoption of shimmering silvers and cool-tone shadows isn't just aesthetic, it's a lighting strategy. Studio lights love metallics. They bounce and catch highlights, which means a coordinated look can appear more luminous on camera than a solo makeup moment. What this implies is that makeup artists are thinking not just about color, but about how light interacts with pigment on a macro scale, a subtle but important evolution in red carpet craft. What many people miss is that this isn't about following a trend. It's about using color theory and lens behavior to ensure the wearer reads as luminous in every shot. Closing thought. If you peel back the glitter in the gowns, this Oscars moment is a case study in collective mood shaping. It says, we're ready to celebrate with effort, to embrace a princess-like glamour, and to treat makeup as part of the wardrobe storytelling engine. My takeaway: the red carpet is recalibrating from cool indifference to curated spectacle, and that shift can influence beauty culture for seasons to come. So the question I'm leaving you with is this: how will brands, creators, and fans push this idea forward without tipping into pastiche? Are we ready for a world where every premiere looks like a coordinated fashion moment, not just a personal expression? I'd love to hear your take in the comments. What elements would you keep, and what would you reinvent for the next big night? If you liked this breakdown, let me know what other red carpet shifts you want me to decode. We can dive into makeup techniques, color theory, and the psychology of glamour in the next video.